Well, you may remember the movie Pulp Fiction, where there's the Gimp. The Gimp was in there, and and there was the movie Forrest Gump. Back in the day when I was trying to get sober when I was younger, and I believed I was fucking a limperist. I thought I was gay. I thought I was a limperist, and I thought I was dumb in so many things. And I didn't believe in Christianity. I believe in God, but not Christianity. Thought I was dumb so many things, and I was socially much more odd because I was so scared to be myself. I was so scared to be who I was, who I really am. I was scared, man, and I thought I was gay, and I thought I was dumb so many things. So, like, I call my old sponsor Lieutenant Dan now. Lieutenant Dan, the anti-technology man. But I called myself Forrest Gimp, not Forrest Gump. Forrest Gimp, because I thought I wasn't good enough. And I thought I was inferior, man. I thought I was dumb. I thought I was gay. I thought I was a wimp. So many things. I'm not none of those things, man. I'm not dumb. I'm not gay. I'm not inferior. I'm not a wimp. And I'm not a gimp. I thought I was dumb. I called myself Forrest Gimp. I called my old sponsor Lieutenant Dan. I wouldn't be surprised if Lieutenant Dan, the anti-technology man, is out there on at least YouTube right now watching me. Because, the Forrest Gump movie is kind of like my life, man. I had my first Jenny her name was Tamara. And my next Jenny is named Lauren. And when Lauren said he first gave the inclination that she was saying yes to marrying me, it's the sweetest voice I ever heard. Shop till you drop. That was her post, and it was the sweetest voice I ever heard. And I can't remember how the movie goes. Yeah, but anyways. So Jenny is kind of like if my life was like Forrest Gump. I thought I was dumb when I was younger, right? And I thought I had schizophrenia too, but I don't. I don't have schizophrenia. But Jenny was like my first love and my real love, Lauren. And Lieutenant Dan was kind of like my sponsor from 12-step meetings. And after the storm happens and shit, Lieutenant Dan comes and I said, if you ever got a shrimp boat, I'd be your first mate or something like that. So here I am. This is my shrimp boat. I'm on the internet, being silenced by the social media they're trying to. Posting, playing music, sometimes speaking in ministry. I used to make political comments and different shit. I'm doing some stuff. I'm fishing for shrimp, man. I'm fishing for a new life. I'm fishing every day on the internet, and I've caught criminals and turned them in. But Lieutenant Dan is like supposed to return, and in the movie Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan returns to Forrest Gump. I'm Forrest Gump, but I'm not Forrest Gump anymore. I'm not a wimp. I'm not dumb. Lieutenant Dan's supposed to return. He's got like new titanium alloy legs. Sounds like Dan finally got married. Last time I remember, Dan was chasing the wrong girl. Her name was Heather, and Heather wasn't for him, man. She was much younger. She was probably a sex addict and so many other things. And Dan was just looking for pussy, man. But he was looking for love too. Dan was always looking for pussy, but Dan wasn't dumb. He wouldn't go for just any ugly chick or some gross chick. Dan was looking for good people, man. A good chick. He's probably married now because at the end of the Forrest Gump movie, Lieutenant Dan comes back with titanium legs. He's got legs, and he's got a wife. Dan's probably married. In the 12-step programs I used to go to, they say, alcoholics, we're like men who have lost their legs. They never grow new ones. Well, man, I got some legs and walked out of those 12-step programs because the ones I used to go to, there's too many dirtbags in there. There's too much corruption in those 12-step meetings. I don't need to go to 12-step meetings anymore. I won't say what they are, but they saved my life. Okay, Alcoholics Anonymous saved my life. Okay, I'm not going to follow the religious 12 traditions because I don't follow religious principles. I follow the truth. AA saved my life, and now I don't go there anymore. So many years later, and I still have legs to walk and stay sober. I have sobriety legs, and I guarantee that my sponsor Dan has sobriety legs and probably doesn't go to AA anymore either. So we're like men who have lost their legs and never grow new ones. Yeah, I can never drink again because I'll have issues immediately. Same with Dan. Same with Mark. But once you're smart enough and you're honest enough, you realize that AA is a sick place, man. Even though it saved my life, I walked out of there and I ain't going back. And I have the legs to walk and stay sober now. I believe in God. I believe in Christianity. I believe in the Holy Ghost. But so the Forrest Gump movie, I used to call myself Forrest Gimp. Called my friend Mark Bitchernacle, like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Bitchernacle. But I call my sponsor Dan, Lieutenant Dan Ledbetter. Well, by the way, hopefully your 66 Chevelle is... God, you kept fixing that thing faster and faster. What the fuck? That thing's got to be so fucking fast now that... I wonder if it would cause you to pass out. No, not because you're in a car seat. Who knows how fucking fast that 66 Chevelle is now, Dan. And if you can handle driving a 66 Chevelle, I could probably handle a Ninja GX14 when I get it. I just got to take it easy and ride within my abilities. And I ride slow anyways. I'm not a very good rider, man. I'm timid and I don't have a lot of abilities, but I ride one. So I could probably handle that Ninja ZX14 if you could handle the Chevelle. You know, I could probably handle the Ninja ZX14 as long as I take it easy. But anyways, yes, I used to call myself Forrest Gimp, but I'm not a wimp and I'm not a gimp and none of those things. And I don't have schizophrenia or any mental illness. And my sponsor, Dan Ledbetter, I call him Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan, the anti-technology man. My friend Mark, I call him Bitcher Knuckle. Mark is actually Lot from the Bible. Mark is Lot. If I was Abraham, Mark would be my nephew Lot. Whew. Talk to you later.